welcome back to my channel. How cool would it be to do the little free library chooses the books I read, and then I'll show you the books actually first that I'm gonna be leaving, and we'll go from there. So I got the books here that I am going to be leaving, and so that first one is Be the One by Justin Prince, and the next one I'm leaving. I really wanted to like this book, but I DNF'd it at 50 pages because it gave me the biggest ick. And you can fight me in the comments, but there was just a lot of like weird themes of like almost kind of like incest with like the dad and the daughter that like just for me I could not go on with how they were talking about her sex life as like a 30-year-old woman, and it just made me very, very uncomfortable as the reader, even if it was like very small snippets. I feel like it didn't add to the plot, it actually ruined the book, and so for that reason I DNF'd the book. This book my friend got me for my birthday, and I do love a Regency romance, but honestly this book just wasn't for me. I just couldn't get myself into it, so I feel like somebody else will definitely love this book more than I will. These books I actually bought in Minnesota, and they're based on a true story, and I feel like if you're really into like historical fiction, historical literature, this is literally about like a child that was found in the ice and goes through a really hard life. And I feel like for me it just wasn't a book that I like thoroughly enjoyed, but it's a great writing, and I feel like based on this duology, if you like historical fiction, true stories, this is a really great one. This is also a book I picked up in Minnesota that I've never seen anywhere else, and it was at like a local coffee shop, and it's about a time in northern Minnesota, hence where I got this book. And it's just a retelling of a woman's life in 1922, just about her time in an asylum. And I just feel like if you are very into like the women's history movement and women's history and historical fiction, this is a really good book. But I just think it was a little too dark for me, and I'm just not at a point in my life where like a mental state where I can just be reading really dark books where, you know, characters are going, or even real people are going through like themes of mental health. And I feel like I'm in a good place right now, but I don't want to get myself back into the place I was, so I'm gonna pass this on to people who can handle themes like this. And then this book, oh my goodness, I wanted to like this book because I met the author at a book event a week ago, and she is the sweetest person ever, and this is her debut book. But don't get me wrong, I love like spice in books, but I think I have found that as I've gotten older, like my love language is words of affirmations, gift giving, and acts of service. I feel like acts of service #1, and I feel like this spice in this book just kind of ruins it for me, and so I do wish her the best. Anyway, I feel like we're gonna find a few. We're gonna go to the one down the road. That's so cute. They're like both educators. I love that you can read about them. They're both educators, and they have like an Egyptian themed one, so I wonder what kind of books are going to be in there. I might put like some of the historical books in there, and then we're going to go to like a little more popular area of town where there's a lot of tourists, but there's also a lot of little free libraries over there. So yeah, I am excited for this video, and then we'll do a little haul afterwards. Let's go. Okay, the first one is on like this really busy road right where I live by, so you have to like park around the corner because it's like not safe to park on this street. But I have got my books, and we're gonna see what's in there. We're gonna drop off books and go from there. Okay, so I'm gonna be leaving Frozen, but I don't really see anything in here that is worth reading, honestly. So next one. Okay, we're at the next one. Let's give it a try. It's so cute. Hold on. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's see what we've got in here. Not a Monica Murphy fan. Cheaper by the dozen. I didn't even know that was a book. No. 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 Honestly, none of these are hitting right now. And those are all kids' books. So I'm gonna skip. Okay, third time's the charm, hopefully. I feel like it's all gonna be children's books. Honestly, I keep driving further and further away. And yeah. It's like about the zoo, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being picky or what. But I just feel like all of these books are just not it. So, third one. I'm probably gonna go to one or two more and then just call it a flop. Honestly, we've gone to like 5 different locations at this point, even though I've only filmed 3, just because like some of them are like on people's property, so it's like a little weird. But they're just all been flops. Like, as you can see, like there's just not really anything in them. There's like children's books. I don't know if it's because we're like going in neighborhoods or what, or if it's just like Tennessee in general. Like everything in there is either like a religious book or a book with a religious agenda and a children's book. So, and it's just not the books I gravitate towards. So I'm gonna try one or two more and just call it a flop. I'm not gonna like keep trying to find a really great one. I just feel like this is just not it, if that makes sense. Okay, we finally found one. I just switched out Flawless for the no-show that actually had an adult book in here. So I am gonna leave that right here. I didn't even read the back. The front just looks so cute, so I'm going for it. I found another one. Let's see. Oh my gosh, wait. Okay, I'm definitely gonna take this one. Look. Oh, you did?
Help yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, take as many as you want.
I have a bunch and I'm leaving.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
And I've been driving around to like 7 different ones right now, and none of them have books.
I'm in 2 reading groups, so I always put all our books out.
Oh!
I have other friends who bring books and stuff. So.
Oh, I have quite a bit that I have, so yes.
Well, I'll come check it out.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's my little library. I live here.
Oh my gosh, okay. You were like, who is this weird lady with the camera? I have like an online like book like thing where I make videos and stuff. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, this one looks so cute. Oh.
We go pick out 20, 25 books and take them to a class. Like I have a school that I go to, a 3rd grade class that I go to.
Yes.
And
okay, we found another free library. I have 2 books left that I need to exchange. So let's see what we got. Aiming high, falling short. Let's see, what's this about? Okay, this is definitely like young adult. These are definitely kids, so I'm not gonna leave anything in here. Okay, it's looking like this one has a lot. Oh, Kayla's about to drive off without. Wait. Get out. This one looks like it has a lot more books in it, but I'm not quite sure. Let's take a look. It's a lot of like medical books, Irish whiskey. Tom Clancy is not my thing. Catholic Bible. I'm all good. Okay, last and final stop. I have 2 books left, and everywhere else seemed to be a flop, so I'm hoping there's some good books at this one. Let's see. Love and Hot Chicken. This one kind of looks funny. Instantly. That's actually kind of cute. What else? These are all more like seeming like kids' books. Yeah. A lot of kids' books here. I might take this one. Okay, I'm home and I'm super excited to share my finds. Let's start with the first book that I picked up, and that book being The No Show by Beth O'Leary. 3 women who seemingly have nothing in common find that they're involved with the same man in this smart new rom-com by Beth O'Leary, best-selling author of The Flat Share. And The Flat Share is what I saw in Libby, and I was like, oh, this will be really good. The next one I found was at her little free library, and right before I left here, I think I talked about how I've been really like into Regency romance a lot more. Anne Elrich is smart, compassionate, and unfortunate in love. Years ago, she allowed her wealthy family, especially her beloved grandmother Winnie, to persuade her to give up the love of her life, Ben Cutler, a penniless boy from Queens College, now a high school counselor, adeptly steering her charges through the perils of college admissions. Anne has never married and hasn't seen Ben since, until his nephew turns up in her high school and starts applying to college. Ben is a successful writer and soon to be a married man, while Anne's family has lost their money and her grandmother's health is beginning to fail. As she copes with neurotic patients, apathetic children, and scheming college packages, Anne finds herself starting to wonder, can an old love be rekindled, or is it too late to remedy past mistakes? Other one that I took from here is Madeline Wickham, and I thought the cover was really cute. It's like this lady going over a hedge, and she's got like all this stuff like falling out of her bag. Last and final one that I picked up also had a really cute cover, and it's Love and Hot Chicken, and all of these titles I've never seen before, and it's a delicious southern novel by Mary Liza Hartong. Love and Hot Chicken is a spicy and hilarious Tennessee story about family, friendship, fried chicken, and 2 girls in love. I think this is so cute, especially because like I live in Tennessee right now, and so I thought, why not? Before doing this video this week, I had ordered some bargain books online because I really had gotten rid of a bunch of books in the last month on my bookshelf that I just didn't finish, or I just was gifted and they just kind of weren't for me, or I finished them and I didn't really see myself reading them again. So I ordered a couple of books online and they just got here. So this book I've seen 1,000,001 times as a recommendation. I feel like it wasn't even somebody's like TikTok or YouTube or whatever that influenced me, it was Pinterest. I'm gonna show you the little Pinterest like collages that I had saved, and I feel like by the third one, so 1, 2, 3, and by the third one I was like, okay, I need to read this book. So Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez just came in, and this one is a beast. It's 400 pages long, but I feel like I will thoroughly enjoy this, especially because I just got back from Minnesota last week. Okay, this next one was a book that I actually have already owned and already read, but I gave it away to a friend because I felt like she would really benefit from reading this book. It's a short little book. If you're somebody who's into manifesting, it's less than 100 pages, and it's called The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. It's not about manifesting. This woman wrote this book back in the 1800s, and it's just about the people she healed. If you're very into like mindset and holistics, I just feel like this is an incredible book, and I needed to get it for myself again because I feel like I'm in another phase of my life where I'm trying to reach new goals, attain new things, and I feel like this book has just really great reminders and is short and sweet compared to a lot of books that are out there right now that you've got to like reread 400 pages to kind of really get to the point of what this book teaches you. So this next one, I've had it in my to be read on book of the month book list, and then I just haven't bought it. But again, this is me with the Regency era, Regency romance, and I think it's because I've kind of, although I loved Avatar, I still haven't finished it. Actually, I need to finish. Actually, I need to start A Court of Silver Flames. I haven't started it yet. I started reading that series during Christmas time. I'm now officially at the 6th book, but as you know, I just graduated college in May, and so I didn't really have, I didn't really have time to read them. And then I started reading A Court of Mist and Fury once I graduated in May. It's now July, and so I've gone through book 2, 3, 4, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Star and Frostlight. So now I'm officially on book 5. But I feel like I enjoy the spice, getting to the point here, I enjoy the spice, right, of Avatar, but then every other book that I've read, I feel like the one thing that Sarah J Maas does well is she does spice in a way that is not like over the top. It's when other books make it the entire theme of the book, and that's the thing. It's not that it's like, oh, it's not that spicy or something like that. It's when it's the entire theme of the book, and really that is not the entire theme of the Avatar series. So I feel like I've fallen more in love with Regency era books because there's this courting period that you get to see where like that is not the whole theme of the book, and I am, like I said, an acts of service, words of affirmation, and gift girly. Like those are my love languages, and I feel like Rhysand does a really great job with gift giving and acts of service and words of affirmation. So you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, you know? Okay, so this is in England, 1879, and Annabelle Archer is one of the first female students at Oxford University. Her scholarships demands that she recruit men of influence to champion the rising women's suffrage movement, and her target is the cold and calculating Duke of Montgomery, commander of Britain's politics. So I feel like this book was never on my TBR, and then I kept seeing, I'm gonna share it with you again on Pinterest, the little boards that people make for this book, and I was just like, you were never on my TBR, but now you are. So this next one is an Ellen Hildebrand novel. I've been looking for Summer of 79 and I cannot find it anywhere. So I need to look on my Kindle because I think before I read this, I need to read Summer of 79 because it looks like Summer of 89 is gonna be in here. And I left off with the Levin family at summer of 69, and their brother is still at war. This last and final book I ended up getting because I have Love and Luck and Love and Olives on my Kindle, and I haven't actually finished Love and Luck yet, and I haven't started Love and Olives, but as soon as I started reading Love and Luck on my Kindle, I was like, okay, at least one of these books I want to get on like paperback, because I do love having like a combination of like paperback books and Kindle books. And if I really love the book, I'll have both, not even both, but Kindle, paperback, and Audible. So yeah, I decided to do paperback for this one, and then if I love it that much, I will get it on my Kindle. You know, I probably sound crazy, but it's just something that I love. And that is all the books that I got.